They handed me the divorce papers during my father's funeral. The lawyer, slick hair, expensive suit, dead eyes, walked up between the rows of mourners like a man on a mission. He didn't even lower his voice. "Mrs. Langford wants everything," he said, almost smiling. "The house, the accounts, the business, all of it." I looked at the casket. The priest was mid-sermon. Rain tapped softly against the tent roof. My hands didn't shake. I took the pen. Signed. "She can have it." He blinked. "You're not even done here?" I nodded. "Yes. Leave." He left. I stayed. People whispered, thinking my calm was grief. It wasn't. It was calculation. Because I knew something she didn't. She thought she was divorcing a man who built a logistics company. She had no idea she was divorcing the man who owned the company that owned hers. I'd met Rachel when I was nothing, 24, rebuilding after my second tour. She worked in finance, smart, strategic, the kind of woman who could smile while sinking a knife. We built everything together, or so I thought. Over the years, I noticed small fractures. The way she deflected when I asked about her client dinners. The way her phone stayed face down. The soft new perfume that didn't match her style. I'd brushed it off, told myself I was paranoid. Then my father died. And she didn't cry at the service, didn't even look at me. Just waited for the lawyer to hand over the envelope like it was a scheduled delivery. I wasn't angry. Not yet. I was tired. Tired of pretending I hadn't seen it coming. That night, I poured a drink in the study and opened my laptop. Accessed the corporate shell I'd created years ago, the one she never knew existed. Her name was nowhere on the deeds, nowhere on the accounts. Everything she wanted had been layered through trusts under my father's name. When I signed those papers, I didn't lose a thing. She just didn't know it yet. She moved out 2 days later, took half the furniture, left her wedding ring on the counter like a trophy. Friends called, pretending to comfort me. I could hear her in the background of one call, laughing. Someone poured champagne. I stayed quiet. Collected information instead of emotions. Through my lawyer, I let her believe the divorce was real, final, binding, legally clean. The firm she hired didn't check the filings carefully. They assumed I was the simple ex-military husband with a mid-sized company and a soft heart. They didn't see the layers underneath, the offshore trusts, the parent corporations, the patents filed under holding names. They never checked who actually owned everything. I waited, watched her spend, watched her smile on social media with a new man, a man from my board. That was my mistake once, thinking I was the one being betrayed. Turns out they both were. 2 months later, her lawyer called me directly. He sounded frantic. You can't do this," he stammered. "Do what?" "You transferred all company assets out of her name." "They were never in her name," I interrupted. "You signed them over." I smiled, though he couldn't see it. "I signed what you drafted, which, if you'd read the charter, transferred nothing. You dissolved her claims against a holding company that doesn't exist." Silence. Then, softly, "You should have told me who you are." I said nothing, because in that moment, everything was exactly as it needed to be. Rachel showed up that night. I opened the door before she could knock. She looked beautiful, angry, desperate, terrified. "You destroyed me," she said. "No," I said. "You destroyed the man you thought I was, the one who believed your love was real." She tried to cry, but she was too composed, still playing the role. I let her in, poured her a drink, let her look around the house she thought she'd taken. Then I handed her a folder, her lawyer's call logs, the altered documents, the recorded conversation where she bragged about marrying me for my company. Her lips trembled. You recorded me?" "Years ago." "Why?" "Because I knew who you were before you did." She dropped the glass. The sound didn't startle me. She left with nothing. Not the house, not the car, Not even her last name. I rebuilt my father's company quietly, under a new identity, sold the house, vanished from the city we built our lie in. Sometimes I wonder if she ever realized the divorce papers she served me were already her own undoing. If she understood the depth of the trap she walked into. Maybe, but it doesn't matter. There's peace in knowing I didn't destroy her out of anger. I did it out of precision. My father used to say, "Revenge isn't about rage, it's about restoration." I finally understand what he meant. Because I didn't just take back what was mine. I took back myself. And for the first time in years, I didn't feel anything at all.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.